welcome to another episode of CoinLogic TV. I'm your host, The Logical Dude. So today is just going to be a quick market overview, really just kind of taking a look on the markets here on coin-logic.com. You can take a look and see that Bitcoin is kind of currently trending downwards. We're getting close. We are sitting around 11,300. Nothing really truly to worry about. We will be going over some Bitcoin technicals here in a little bit. CoinGecko has the Bitcoin dominance at 56, but we're going to see on TradingView that it's got the dominance at 61 right now, so we'll take a look at that in a little bit. And could be looking for a pending breakup for Bitcoin, which could, if you're an altcoin trader, be careful with that because that could absolutely wreck some altcoin trades. So even with Bitcoin when it has volatility, altcoin Bitcoin pairings have a tough time trading. So if you're new to this space, be careful when there's a lot of Bitcoin volatility. If you're trying to trade some of these smaller altcoins like on Binance, that you can have some really great gains in some of these small altcoins and that kind of thing, but you can also get your butt wrecked too if you're not careful. But anyway, just kind of taking a brief kind of overview of the top 10 coins or so. If you look at the top markets, we got a lot of red right now in the market. Kind of keep going down. Really, Binance coin's the only one that's really up at all right now, and it's only up like 1.78%. And the market's kind of in a red wreck today. This UMA, I'm not really sure what all that is right now. At this point, half this market is just all kind of speculative, throwing darts at stuff at this point. There are some really good projects that that I'll be going over and highlighting on this channel. Some projects that I use and things like that. Most of them involving the Ethereum ecosystem, or of course, my favorite, the Hive blockchain. So right now, just going over and hitting some quick trending action here. If you take a look at the top gainers, and then you can take a look at some of the top losers here. Lately, I have been paying more attention to this side of the field, to the loser side of the field, because when you have big drops like this, that can indicate really good buying opportunities. So you can have oversold bounces or things like that, stuff that you can kind of take a look at. So I've been taking a look more at the ones that are losing. So like Kusama, Lind. Oh God, I'm glad this is coming down because I'm actually looking for a really good buying opportunity for Lind because I feel like this is going to be one of the coins that's going to be lifting off and is probably going to be one of the better holds through the bull market. Kusama's got a lot of hype going around it too, being it's part of the it's getting into the DeFi action as well. I think through the Polkadot ecosystem. I'm not particularly sure on that. I haven't done a lot of research on that, so if I'm wrong, cool. Correct me. But yeah, I'm going to get into some of these other projects, but I'm not chasing around a lot of these DeFi coins. If you want to chase all the different DeFi projects, yeah, there's other YouTubers that are covering that like crazy. So I'm really going to be focusing more on Hive projects and things like that, and projects that I use, that I know really well, that are not quite as speculative. I like more, a little bit safer bets with some of my money. So we come down, you can definitely see the top 10 by market cap, which we just saw on the full screen page, and then you can see the top 10 by volume. Now, volume says a lot too. You can see down here towards the bottom, we got Chainlink, Polkadot, and Omisego. So you're looking at second layer networks. Like I know Polkadot is actually working on I think it's like a scaling solution with Ethereum. I know it was done by the dude that created the Ethereum virtual machine. So Polkadot is definitely, I think it's its own chain though. I've just kind of watched some YouTube videos on it. I haven't done a whole lot of deep digging on this. I've been too busy building my own projects with Hive and everything else. But this is definitely one that's on my radar. So I will be doing some more research into Polkadot and probably do some videos on that in the future. And then we got the Omisego Network. So they've kind of changed up, and they are running the Plasma second layer solution for Ethereum, which is a scaling solution. Hopefully all this stuff is running well, because I have noticed that the last couple of Ethereum transactions that I made were a lot faster and definitely a little cheaper. So keep your eyes on those. Coming down here, taking a look at just the Bitcoin is still in a buy according to the TradingView analysis. This is based on the one-day chart. You can kind of go into here and go and get more details on the Bitcoin analysis there at TradingView. If you want to do that, this is just a quick overview. And if you can see, we still some greedy people over here in the crypto space. We're still at 75 on the greed scale for the fear and greed index. So, as the good old Warren Buffett says, be fearful when others are greedy, and be greedy when others are fearful. So I'm not really buying right now as far as Bitcoin is concerned. I'm looking at buying opportunities and different, quick trade opportunities in altcoins, but right now I'm not buying any Bitcoin at the moment. I'm going to wait and see what this move does, and we're going to go over to the charts right now, and I'll show you why. So, this is the Ethereum chart. Okay, I had that pulled up for a second. So, you're going to see here that Ethereum is kind of, we had a massive run up on Ethereum. But here on the MACD, you can see it's definitely on a downscale. RSI, same thing. We're trending down a little bit. I think we're going to get a bit of a recorrection down, which is fine. Again, that gives me more buying opportunities into Ethereum. But what I want to really talk about is we're going to come over here and talk about the Bitcoin charts. So here's what I'm looking at, and as I was charting it and now I'm recording it, it is doing what I thought. So Bitcoin is on a drop. We are now currently trending down to the bottom. Hopefully it's going to stop at the bottom of this falling wedge. But I've got a downward target. I usually get about 70% of the move at around 11,000. So we're kind of close, but you can see it is trying to bear flag and pull down a bit. I feel like Bitcoin is going to fall down maybe to the bottom of this falling wedge that we've got going on here, possibly come back up, and if we break this falling wedge, it's going to be off to the races at this point. You can see, and this is all based on the daily chart as well. I do more long-term, analysis. I don't really look at the only time I ever really look downward towards the 30 minutes is when I'm looking for, scalp trades or buying opportunities or something like that. Just like a good buying opportunity. But normally I'm looking at the 4-hour, the daily, and the weekly. So that's what we're going to focus on. And if you can see here, because I worked up this chart, that the Bollinger Bands are opening up. So when they're contracting together, that's when you're going to see some kind of big volatile move one side or the other. Generally, that's kind of the overall gist of the Bollinger Band here. But we can see it's kind of opening up. So it's really opening up to some downward pressure possibly. We do have, declining volume here, and we do have still a declining descent on the MACD and the RSI here. But here's one other thing, saying we can take a look also at the CME futures. Of course it's doing the same thing, but there's a lot of people that are looking at the CME gap here for Bitcoin to come back down and fill the CME gap. And if you look, you can see that I've got this buy box right here. This is where I'm going to be trying to stack up as much Bitcoin as I can stack up, because if we come back down here, it's not going to be for long and it's going to be off to the races. That's my personal analysis and opinion on that. Because if you look, if you kind of play it price action versus your indicators here, that would definitely put Bitcoin, if it dropped down into this level to fill that CME gap, if it dropped down into this buy box here, that would definitely put it into an oversold on the daily, which you're going to get that oversold bounce, and then that'll put us hopefully into the next uptrend, which if you scale backwards would still be, here, let's draw this, would still be going for this uptrend here. So if it dropped down, it would actually, no, actually now that I look at that, if it dropped down, it would actually break that uptrend if it dropped down that far. I don't think it will. I think we may get one of these little crazy scammy wicks that comes down, maybe one of, Arthur Hayes's and BitMEX's and, all these leverage exchanges, little manipulated drops or something just to fill the gap and then come back up, or to, do some liquidations, whatever it is that they do. That's why I don't play that game. I don't play that leverage game. so I don't feel like getting liquidated all the time. I do more just buying and holding, and I try to make my money work for me. That's why I like Hive. So we're going to come over and look at the Hive charts right now. So Hive is on a bit of an uptrend here. And you can see that we've got this little short-term falling wedge here. It is kind of dropping, and that's really just because Bitcoin is kind of volatile right now. A lot of times when Bitcoin's volatile, these altcoins are going to, probably go down with it kind of thing. But hopefully we can kind of keep with this uptrend that we've got going on with Hive right now. Maybe we can find a bottom right here. So my Hive folks, we need to go out and go buy some Hive. But we've got these falling wedges that generally like to tend to go and break to the upside, but they can break to the downside as well. So hopefully, we don't see any more downside with Hive. If it does, I'm coming in and I'm going to scoop up as much as inhumanly possible. Hive, in my personal opinion, is one of the most underrated, undervalued projects in crypto. We've got one of the biggest and active communities out there. We have a full-scale cryptocurrency ecosystem that we're building straight up. So, next video is going to be talking about, just kind of an overview of Hive itself and how you can interact with Hive and that kind of thing. But, so yeah, we're just kind of taking a look at right now, just kind of some technical analysis on a couple of coins. So what I do want to look at though is I'm going to come back and we're going to look at Bitcoin dominance, because here's what's about to happen to altcoins, and you can see this is actually kind of breaking out as well of this fallen wedge, because I drew this a little right before making this video, and you can see it's kind of breaking out of this wedge. The Bitcoin dominance is rising. That's not a good thing for altcoins, for altcoin BTC pairings, I should say. And you can see here the Bollinger Bands are kind of starting to curl together. That'll indicate that a move is going to be made one way or the other. So this, and especially with the falling wedge here, you see we got this falling wedge. These things have a 68% chance break to the upside, these trading patterns here. And so yeah, if this breaks out, we could definitely see some upside in Bitcoin dominance, and downside in some altcoins for a little bit. So it could be a short-term play, but who knows? I am just a dude on the internet that's really kind of talking out of his butt with the education that he has. So take that as you will. I am definitely not a financial advisor at all. If you follow me, if you follow anything that I'm doing, anything that I'm talking about here, and you get wrecked, chances are I'm getting wrecked too, so don't come griping at me. Do your own research. I'm just a dude on the internet. Yeah. So anyway, take that into account. Another one I want to take a look at real quick, and I didn't draw anything on here, is Link, because I'm trying to figure out what Link's about to do. I think Link's about to curve around for another upside run. So I've also been kind of piling in a little bit to into Link, especially right here. I did buy a few more coins. I bought most of my stack down around $2.20, so I can say, I'm happy right now with my investment. But I feel like Link's about to make a big move to the upside. There's too much hype. There's way too much fundamentals going in behind it. So Link's definitely one that's on my radar. I'm also looking at two new coins, which are Band and Lend. Band I just bought into on Binance. I'm running a trade on it. It's up right now. And then Lend is one that I'm looking for a really good buying opportunity. And based on it being right here, and we're taking this drop, I'm going to be looking for a good oversold bounce on that. So anyway, taking a look at Basic Attention Token, we had a big run up on Basic Attention Token. Everything that I talk about here, all these coins are the ones that I'm actually invested in. So like I said, if you follow me on this, if you're getting wrecked, I'm getting wrecked. So just know that. But these are coins that I am actively invested in. So basic attention token, we had a big run up on that, which was really nice to see, but we are having a bit of a retracement on that because, when things have those kind of parabolic run ups, they are going to definitely come back down at some point. But I do feel like basic attention token has a really great use case, another one of those undervalued coins. With the Brave browser. That's actually what I'm currently using right now. The Brave browser is amazing. When you get the little ads that pop up on the side, which I just missed one, by the way, so um, to keep you guys here on the video. But anyway, when you get a little ad pop up, you click on it, you earn some basic attention token. And it's ads that are based around what you are actually using. It's a great private browser. They have Tor functionality built into it. If you're not using the Brave browser, you should definitely check it out and click on one of our links that you can see on. I think, yep, we got one on the front page of the website. So you can come down here, click on this link right here, go download the Brave browser. It helps us, it helps you, and it gives you a nice bit of privacy there on the internet. So anyway, back to the charts. With basic attention token, you can also use it in DeFi. You can use it with Maker and Compound to lend out. You can lock up you can use it as collateral in MakerDAO to loan DAI against, as well as Ethereum and a few other things. So yeah, basic attention token is a big DeFi coin, and honestly, like I said, one of the best use cases in crypto with the ads and everything through the Brave browser. So I'm really excited to see where this is going to go in this bull run. But right now, it looks like it's going down, like Charlie Brown, a little bit. So I'm looking for it to possibly come down here and hit support right here around, 28, 29 cents, something like that. That would definitely probably put the RSI levels into close to oversold levels. Taking a look at good old lady Litecoin here, as Crown says it. So Litecoin is been making some run ups. Looks like we're still on a bit of an uptrend on that, even though looks like kind of, I guess you can maybe call this a double top, but it's going to follow a lot of what Bitcoin does. Actually, Litecoin does a lot of leading indication in some cases of what Bitcoin's next moves are going to do. So you can take a look and see what Litecoin's going to do. Sometimes is what Bitcoin's going to do next. That's been kind of a trend in the past, but not always necessary. So don't quote me on that. But you can see here that we do have this little falling channel going on here. So it's pretty much respecting that kind of stuff for the most part. So you could see some more downside here on Litecoin. Litecoin's one that I'm like, it's kind of the silver to the gold kind of situation. So I've got some Litecoin sitting in BlockFi earning 5% interest right now. So that's pretty cool. And I'll put my BlockFi link in the bottom. If you don't know, BlockFi is a company that you can lend your crypto out and earn interest. I've got Bitcoin making 6%. I've got Ethereum making like 4.5, and then my Litecoin is now making 5%. And you can put your USDC stable coins or your GUSD in there, and I think they also have PAX as well, PAX standard, that you can put in there and earn 8.6% interest on your US dollar stable coins. Anyway, back to Litecoin though, so you can see here that we've got that same kind of bear flag going that Bitcoin has. This one's just a little bit more pronounced at this point. So we are coming down to the bottom of this little trend line. So hopefully we start to try to make a run or a bounce or some kind of a reversal from here. Your RSI, we still have a lot of downside to go, but we could, easily get some kind of bounce up here. MACD, this is more of a lagging indicator if you're new to crypto or crypto trading or really stock trading as a whole. The MACD indicator is a lagging indicator, so usually what you see going on here, the moves have already been made. This is just saying that this has basically still got a lot of momentum to the downside. So watch out if you're working with Litecoin. Again, just keep finding good buying opportunities and going from there. So I like to buy the bounces. And then let's take a look at Tezos real quick. So Tezos very much looking like the same as the rest of the market here. These are all based on dollar pairings here, as you see. Yeah, the Bitcoin pairings that I look at are all on my Binance trading, and I will talk about how I do all that in another video. But you can see here, same kind of situation, falling channels, falling wedges, however you want to look at them. We got a lot of stuff kind of falling, trying to find some new support. So Tezos looks like it's trying to find some support around the $3 level and bounce back. Hopefully we can get it to break up and go a bit higher, because Tezos is one of the ones that I'm betting on in the bull market. But yeah, looking a lot like the rest of the altcoins right now, just kind of going down like Charlie Brown. So Bitcoin, again, coming back, looking like it's doing all the same type of thing. So be careful in your trades right now. Just watch for some volatility and just keep stacking. Find those good buying opportunities. And, I am personally not really doing a whole lot of selling right now. I am stacking for this bull market. I'm probably not going to be doing a lot of my selling until into next year when everything hopefully goes on the rise. But that's my plan. So I like being able to stack stuff, raise passive income, and so that's why I like putting into Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin using BlockFi. I got Link and Basic Attention Token earning in Crypto.com. I got both of those earning 4% interest, and then yeah, Hive, you can earn so many different ways in Hive. So once people realize what you can do in the AP and the APY that you can earn through your curation, not only just with Hive staking, but you also have curation, you also have leasing that you can do, and then you can earn Hive by posting and that kind of thing. So it's one of the best use cases in crypto, in my honest opinion. So you will be able to see this video on Hive through the ThreeSpeak online network. You'll also be able to see this on YouTube as well. And then you can also access all of that through coinlogic.online, which links you to my Leo Finance page. Leo Finance is a finance community for the Hive blockchain and one of the fastest growing communities at that. A lot of great information. The guys that run it are really smart. They're creating their own basically ecosystem based around their Leo token. It's a second layer solution on Hive. So go and check those guys out. But anyway, taking a real quick look over here at the news center, you can see everybody's still, for the most part, basically bullish. Even with a lot of analysts are talking about a nice upside pump for Bitcoin. So yeah, it's you can go through here, take a look at some of these links in the news center. If you want to explore the news center based on the different sources that we have, you can look at the individual sources here, or you can just take a look at these, like the latest 20 articles listed from all the sources, and you can come in here, click on this, and it'll open up to the page for that article for, like, say, the Bitcoinist or CoinDesk or something like that. It takes you away from CoinLogic, in other words. So yeah, the news headlines are looking pretty bullish here still. The one thing that caught my eye was talking about whitelist only crypto withdrawals coming in the future, and that's really based around when I got in and was reading about the article. It's really talking about, because of all the new financial regulations and the travel rules and all that kind of stuff, they want to know who's doing what, and it's all the government wants to be a part of everything. Well, if you don't use centralized exchanges, then you don't have to whitelist addresses and that kind of thing. So if you use decentralized exchanges, you can stay more private. This is essentially what's going on here. Centralized exchanges are going to go the way of the banks as far as regulations are concerned. It's just the way everything is going and the path that everything's taken with crypto right now. With all the institutions coming in, it's an inevitability that these centralized exchanges like Coinbase, Binance, Kraken, all these, exchanges are going to have to bow to the regulatory systems. They already are. You already have to do KYC on most of these exchanges, if not all. So, yeah, that's going to be the way of the world. But, if you use decentralized kind of things, then you really don't have to worry about that. Um, our exchange, Simple Swap down here, you can exchange anonymously and you don't have to worry about whitelisting any addresses or anything like that. So you can trade all kind of coins right here through this exchange, and they handle everything for you. And they don't even ask for an email address. So there you go. There's the solution. But anyway, guys, that's going to be my little update for the day. I hope y'all have a good one. So be careful with your trades. Don't get wrecked. Be cool, be real, and always abide. Peace.